Hello, beautifuls. Happy May. It's my birth month. Yay. So we have some beautifully juicy astrology happening this month, and I am obsessed with the astrology of the moon. So the moon travels through each of the astrological signs every 2 to 3 days. So she shifts a lot. This is the divine feminine energy of movement, of flow, of change. And she also regulates our emotional space. So wherever the moon is sitting on every day is the archetypal energy and themes of our collectivity, our collective consciousness. And for that reason, it's such a powerful tool to utilize the energy of the moon positioning in order to get more in touch with how we are feeling, because our emotions are fluid, they are fleeting, and they will shift as well. So it's really important in terms of being on your healing journey. So I am a holistic coach. I am also in recovery, and I am training, I'm in grad school to become a clinical mental health counselor. And so the intersection of these three worlds really helps me to, I'm also a somatic trauma release experiencing practitioner because I've been practicing the yogic tradition of Tantra Katha for 6 years as a baseline, 24 years for my entire life. And so feeling through the physical body is one of my soul gifts, and it's one of the greatest tools that we have as human beings, as embodied spirit beings, to be able to process our emotional space disturbances through the physical. And so this is why I love bringing this practice to this community, to every community where I live. I've lived in over 43 countries. To be able to help us as a collective to process our trauma and to see ourselves for who and what we truly are. So I offer these classes, and this month, really specifically, by the way, if you want my moon calendar so that you know which sign the moon is in every single day, send me your email or go to my website, breathewithbeth.com, and click on moon calendar and then put in your email. I'll send you this month's newsletter with all of these classes and with your free moon calendar so that you can begin to track what your own birth chart's relation is to what's happening in the cosmos, specifically related to the moon, because our emotions are a huge part, right? We have a clinical mental health crisis, an epidemic in this country, and have for many, many years. Mental health is really just coming up as a term. We've only been really dealing with mental health outside of institutions, of mental health institutions, since like the 50s. And it's had this stigma around it. Well, I'm offering also that it's not mental health only. This is a holistic epidemic, that we are not addressing our emotions. We are not addressing our spirit. What is your spirituality and how do you define it? We are not addressing what's going on in our mind. What are the limiting beliefs? What are the toxic patterns that we are habituating and reinforcing over and over again? And then what are we sensing and feeling through our physical body, right? We get that gut punch of the intuition that's like, oh, no, I can't do that anymore. But then can I trust it? How do I know that it's for me or it's not for me? So yes, 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 and yes. You're feeling it for a reason. You can trust it. You can believe in what your body is trying to tell you, because it's trying to give you signals. The body keeps a score. It's trying to tell you messages that are dictating what's the next best thing, what's the right thing for me to do. So I hope astrology can give you a little bit of just some insight, right? It's not like everything. It's not going to cure anything. I'm not going to predict the future of like, what should I do? No, because all those answers always rely on you. They all come back to you. You are the guru of yourself. You know best. You're the one connecting to spirit, and however you do that on a daily basis or weekly basis. You're the one experiencing that pain that's persistent, that you realize is connected to this one thing that you habitually do, and yet you won't allow yourself to step away from that thing. I know, I've been there, I understand. And what the position of the moon, because it changes so quickly, it gives us the opportunity to go, oh, things shifted. Okay, now what? You know, you probably feel it whenever you go into a Mercury retrograde. You're like, oh, what the fuck? Like, things don't work, things don't send. And then we come out of it, we're like, oh, thank goodness. And we don't realize it in those open periods because it's like, oh, this is just normal. This is how things are supposed to work. Well, I'd like to offer that things are supposed to work fluidly all the time. And if things aren't working in one realm, that's just a signal to shift into another one that you've been neglecting or denying or just not paying that much attention to. So I always teach live stream classes. So I teach every Tuesday night. I either teach a restorative yoga class right from here, or I teach a yoga nidra class, which is just lying down, listening to me guide you through. It's an hour-long meditation, and I imbue these classes with the energies of the moon, of the sign of the moon. I also do new moon and full moons at AWKN Ranch. These are a restorative class, so you dive deep into deep stretches for 5 minutes or more, and they're just luxurious. They feel wonderful in the body, and then I talk to you about the energy that's happening to hopefully elicit something, to evoke some awareness in you. That's one of the pillars of my work as a holistic coach. We are intending to evoke some awareness. And then after the class, you can kind of digest that, and maybe you want to book a session to talk about what are the actions that I'm going to take to move forward in my life to bring me closer to actualization, not just realization, right? It's not just about, oh, I have this thought and this is what's coming through. How cool, I never realized that before. Great, and what are you going to do now differently to then what you've already done or what you've always done? So the first class that comes up is this coming Tuesday, tomorrow, May 6th. It's Cinco de Mayo today. Feliz Cinco de Mayo to everyone who celebrates. I am not going to be having any tequila or margaritas because I don't drink alcohol. But I did have some con tortillas, so yeah, they were delicious. Tomorrow is Virgo moon. So we've been in Leo moon for 3 days, and now we're going to shift tomorrow into the Virgo moon. So this is emotional organization. So this is a yoga nidra class. All you do is lie down in shavasana. Make sure your head to your tailbone are on one flat plane. And I'll be talking about not only how to guide you out of this very physical plane and into the beyond, but how we structure our emotional landscape. What labels and segments, parts do we align and identify with within our inner realm? And then how can we release some of that, but also get really specific about, oh, I need to pay more focus, more attention on this one aspect because I've been kind of denying it for a little while. Okay, next, the following Tuesday, we have the Sagittarius moon, and it'll be restorative. So I love doing this restorative class when it's Sagittarius moon, because Sagittarius is the seeking energy. So we're all emotionally like, oh, what else is out there? Like I wanna thrill, I wanna adventure. And so we'll get pretty adventuresome within the realm of stretching and elongating the muscles in the body to maybe release some big hopes, and you might be able to actually identify, like, what am I actually seeking? Like, I do this behavior, what am I looking for to fill that? This will be a really good one for addicts, because we're always seeking that dopamine hit. And even if you don't identify as an addict, trust me, you're an addict with something. Okay, we popcorn, all kinds of shit pops up when we start to restrict one thing or another. So maybe it's a great class to identify, which of these things are you addicted to? That's coming together. Maybe that's going to be the class. It's going to be seeking the answers to our inner turmoil, the things that were just like unresolved. Then, before next Tuesday, we have also on Sunday the 11th, we have the full moon in Scorpio. So also around Mother's Day time. So if anyone has a mother wound, this is a massive important class, because the mother wound is something that we really don't want to look at. It's not cute or sexy or pretty to be hating on your moms. right? Especially on Mother's Day. So, but Scorpio's like, I don't care. I'm gonna whip out my stinger and I'm gonna jab at that relationship, at that wound, and we're gonna really release some deep pain, some deep hurt, because Scorpio can see your shit and it's not gonna bring in its own shit about it. It's gonna be like, no, I see you and I'm gonna keep mine behind closed doors. So in these classes, this is at AWKN Ranch. So it's a beautiful space, and it's a rehab facility in and of itself also. So you're in good hands. You're in great company. You're in loving space. You're out in nature. It's a perfect setting for this type of work. And no one's gonna push you, right? You can't bring anyone to recovery. So no one's gonna force you to step into that big power, that revelation, that awareness, but I will ask you questions throughout the class. And it's not a one-on-one session, so you don't have to answer me, right? You can bring a journal, you can write some things down, take some notes. At any point during the class, I highly recommend bringing a journal. And a lot of what's going to be coming up is this, like, shining a really bright light of the full moon on this very core wounding, especially for those of us who have never really addressed that. You know, especially on Mother's Day, it's like, ooh, nobody wants to be hating on mom, but it's not that you hate your mom, it's that there are things that were not provided for you and that you feel abandoned in that way, whatever ways those are. So we're gonna really deeply look at that, but it's going to be soothing, nurturing, nothing is forced on you, right? We're just gonna open parts of the body that might hold some of that resistance and resentment. And then moving forward on the 20th, the following Tuesday, we have the Aquarius moon, and this is also Yoga Nidra. So again, you lie down in Shavasana and you just listen. You're just guided through. So if you struggle with meditation, this is also a really nice moon to come to a guided meditation for, because during Aquarius moon, we tend to think about everybody else. It's a very collective energy sign. So the archetype is like worrying. Oh my God, are they okay? Everybody, like all my kids, all my family members, all my friends, like where's everybody at? Is everybody doing okay? And in this class, we remind ourselves that I'm the one that matters. And if I'm not okay, then I can't help everybody else. That I can't be this, you know, powerful healing generator. I can't really be the Chiron wounded healer part if I'm not addressing my own wounds. If I'm just addressing everybody else's wounds, right, this is great for nurses, then what about my wounds? So Aquarius, we're often thinking about everyone else's wounds, and we easily forget our own. So I guess that's the universe's sign, because Aquarius moon comes up a lot on a Tuesday for some reason. So we're gonna do the Aquarius moon on this Tuesday, because that's just when I offer these classes. Yeah, so bring all of your ideas of whatever you're thinking in any of these is completely welcome, because we're going to allow that to be present with it and allow it to kind of fade off into the background so we can focus on what you really need and who you are. Last two, we have this beautiful new moon in Gemini. So it's so powerful, because the Gemini energy is the twins of the zodiac. So think this little womb energy, and in the womb is where these two, where the twins are incubating together. So it's our communities, our inner, our nuclear families, our romantic partnerships, our closest friendships. And it's a new moon. So right, we're creating something new to birth into the world, or to birth within ourselves. So we're setting the tone and the intention and the structure for the next 14 days of this moon cycle before the next full moon. So it's really important and it's really powerful. So this is the whispers of the twins. And this is super special, because I'm not only doing the Tuesday live stream restorative, you'll also get a chance to, if you want to double up, cool, But on the 25th, Sunday night, we'll do the Whispers of the Twins restorative class at AWKN. So it's this beautiful opportunity to get super cozy and learn about yourself. What are the two competing energies within you? What are the two thought processes that are like driving you crazy and you need to choose one or the other? And then on Tuesdays, just like that reinforcer, because Tuesday's the actual exact positioning of the new moon. So Sunday we kind of get like the beginning of the exploration journey. We're going to start to think about it. We don't have to take any action yet, but then Tuesday comes around and the moon is exact. So we're from that point on, we kind of let all of that we learned in the class kind of linger and get all kind of wishy-washy, right? This year is the Pisces North Node, so we're in this ethereal, collective, energetic of the beyond, of higher power, of spirituality, of connecting with your guides and your spirits and your ancestors and animals and loved ones, everyone beyond, right? The whole of the Akash. And then we get to set our intentions on Tuesday, and I'll give you the exact times that is the best to do, but we're gonna then put that energy into this new cycle until the next full moon, right? It's always gonna change. So I'm really excited about this month because it's my sun sign, it's my birthday month, and just having these offerings and being able to give what I love the best. We play beautiful music, I speak to the mantras of the sign, the goddess energy that's probably coming to you to help support you at this time. I have an entire series of goddess yoga nidra that can also support you to do in tandem with these classes on your own time. You can go to my website, you just purchase them, download them, and do them whenever you want. Yeah, and I wanted to invite you to also join my community. So I'm taking on some new coaching clients for the next couple of months. So if you want to work with me, you can have a month package of once a week, 1 hour sessions. And in those sessions, we can do like your birth chart, give you a full PDF of everything that has to do with what's amazingly unique about you. And we talk through the different positions and what that means for you, how you navigate those realms, and set up some systems for you to be able to come from maybe a place of not knowing, healing, suffering, surviving. Maybe you're already in a place where you're thriving and you just want to like tip it up to the next level. You know, I've had many clients who just know they're in a space of truly knowing that what they're doing currently isn't 100% working, it isn't aligned, but they want to step into that next level of like, yes, I'm completely in my spirit majority of the time, right? We're still human beings. We still need sleep, we still need water, we still need proper nutrition, we still need all of the basic nutrients to sustain life. And we can also be spending a lot more time in this realm of spirit, and that's what I invite you to do in all of my work. So I really hope that you'll join one of these things, and I hope you can work with whatever energy is really speaking to you now, today, throughout this month. And if you get the moon calendar, you can then work with your own birth chart to see, okay, where's the moon now? Where's my moon? What do I have in that moon sign? What other planets, positions do I have there? What houses do they fall into? And it's just like a way to open up yourself to, oh, maybe this is what this is, and this is coming through. So this could be the thing that really helps to propel me into this next phase of my personal growth and development, and helps me to be in my ideal emotional, physical, spiritual, and mental health. So thanks so much for watching. I will have much more on each of the moons as the month progresses, but I love you. May the 4th be with you, even though it was yesterday, and have a beautiful Mayo! Ay, ay.